Hey, what's up? This is Dr. Taylor Crick at Washington Wellness Center, and I'm here with Stephanie, and we were just talking about some of the things that Stephanie's experienced here and where she was at a few months ago versus where she's at now. So Stephanie, if you wouldn't mind just sharing a little bit about what we were just talking about.
Well, when I first came in, I was having a lot of trouble with really low energy, having some trouble with anxiety, and I could just tell something just wasn't right, and I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. I had blood tests done by my medical doctor, and everything was normal, like on a CBC kind of test.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just couldn't figure out what was wrong. So I heard about you, and I came in to see what we could do about it.
Yeah, and so initially, let's see, we did some lab testing. We found some things out. I suggested a specific diet, a ketogenic diet, and not just based on your labs, but based on the things you were dealing with. We gave you some targeted supplements, and I think things started improving right away. But then you said, it takes a few months to really get the hang of the diet, to get the hang of the supplements, to understand what we're doing and why. And you felt like you kind of reached a tipping point where now the ball is rolling downhill, would you say?
Yes, definitely. It was so difficult for me at first. I had such low energy, and I was just having trouble focusing, and so even making decisions to decide what to eat on the ketogenic diet was so hard. And I had to change everything about what I was eating and what I was buying and how I was preparing food, and I couldn't eat takeout anymore, and it was so overwhelming, but I felt so terrible that I decided it was worth it to just stick with it. And I had a lot of support from my family to help me with the meal preparation. So it took a good month before I felt significantly better. And by then, I felt like I actually knew how to prep for the meals, how to prep for my snacks, and how to plan for every contingency of going somewhere socially and maybe eating before I got there, or in all those kinds of situations.
So we talked just a second ago about the things you were dealing with and where they could lead to, right? And we're talking maybe 20 years, but maybe it's Alzheimer's, maybe it's heart disease, maybe it's Parkinson's, these scary things. But how now you realize that what you were dealing with now could have easily become that over the next couple decades. What would you say maybe to somebody who's maybe your age, your demographic, who's considering or feeling like not the way that they used to feel? Their brain's feeling a little more sluggish, they don't have the energy, they're not sleeping well, they're not able to lose weight, they just feel off, and they don't know if it's their thyroid or their gut or what. What would you say to somebody out there who's watching this and maybe they're on the fence about whether or not they should come in here?
Well, I just think that the functional medicine approach to try to figure out what is behind your symptoms is the way to go for me. I totally believe in that. Other methods that I tried didn't work. So trying to find the root cause for me has been the complete key to everything. Because now that I'm eating the diet that I need to be on and taking the supplements to support the different autoimmune things that are happening with my body that we know a lot more about now, through the process of different tests, I just feel like my body is actually getting the nutrients that it needs, whereas before it was just depleted completely.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, so glad to hear that you're feeling better, and there's still more work to be done, so the best is yet to come. But awesome job. Keep it up.
Thanks.